Today we're going to break JSON Web Tokens, or JWTs, down into plain language and show how they work. Here's what we're going to be covering in this talk. So what are JWTs and why would you use them? JWT stands for JSON Web Token and it's pronounced JWT. JWTs include a signature to ensure their integrity. It's like getting your mom's signature on a permission slip from your school. They're stateless, which means the server doesn't need to remember anything about the user between requests. The token carries all the info it needs. JWTs are super portable. They work great in APIs and microservices where statelessness and lightweight communication are key. They're issued by tons of identity providers. Think FusionAuth, Auth0, Firebase, Okta, you name it. And the best part, they're widely supported. You can validate and work with them in any programming language. Let's look at the problem we're trying to solve. We have two separate APIs and we want the client to work with both of them. JWTs provide a secure way to solve this problem. The client needs to access the To-Do API, but authentication and user management is done by the user API. We'll use asynchronous signing, where the user API has a private key for creating signatures, and the client has a public key, which acts as a decoder ring to verify that the data hasn't been changed in transit. The client calls the user API authenticates them and creates a JWT, signing the JWT with a private key. Now, when the To-Do API gets called, the signed JWT is passed directly to the To-Do API, which uses its copy of the public key to ensure that the JWT has not been tampered with. All right, let's examine JSON Web Tokens in a little more depth. A JWT is made up of three segments: the header, the payload, and the signature. The header contains data about a token, such as a signing algorithm. This is also known as the JWT token body or payload. Keys are called claims. Some of these are standardized. Also known as the JWT token body or payload. Keys are called claims. Some of these are standardized. The signature of a JWT is critical because it guarantees the integrity of the payload and the header. Let's talk about where to safely store your tokens. Never store tokens in browser storage. Local storage and session storage are accessible to JavaScript, which makes them vulnerable to XSS attacks. Instead, use an HTTP-only secure cookie in the browser. These can't be accessed by JavaScript, which makes them much safer from those kinds of attacks. Automatically with each request, which is great for session-based auth. On mobile, use secure storage options like the keychain on iOS or KeyStore on Android. These are designed specifically to keep sensitive info like tokens protected. Bottom line, store your tokens like they're the keys to your house, because they basically are. A JWT refresh token is used to get a new access token when the current one expires. Once the JWT expires, the To-Do API determines that it's no longer valid and rejects it with a not valid error. The client then sends the refresh token to the user API, which provides a new valid JWT. Let's wrap things up. JWTs are secure, scalable, and seriously useful, but like any tool, they shine brightest when used thoughtfully. Here are some helpful resources. Check the description below for more information and links. Thanks very much.